is the spot, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe.
It is. Look what I found. It is. This is the spot. All right. Oh. What is this? Recognize this? Nope. This looks like an antenna. Oh, wow. Okay. That part flips up. Green button. Let's push the green button.
Good morning, Mr. Smoky Goodness Guy.
Warning.
Well, you're late again. Today's mission involves clandestine operations. You are to meet a Mr. Chef Kory at a predetermined location, and he will give you an envelope containing your real mission. As always, should you or any of your barbecue brethren be caught or killed during the execution of this mission, the secretary will disavow any knowledge of your action. This cheap old cell phone, flip phone thing will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck,
Right.
Dan.
I think we've got it. You know. Whoa, shit. Why does everything catch fire and blow up around here, huh? Yeah. Mr. Chef Kory?
What's the password?
My dog has fleas.
Don't mess up this collab, Mr. Smoky Goodness.
Aye, aye, sir. With this envelope, the fate of the free world rests. This will be, I'm sure, the best recipe that has ever been made. Thought of, created, and performed. We'll give it a try, man. Right, let's go.
All right.
What? What is this? Another one? I don't have the foggiest clue. Well, let's see. It's got an antenna, just like yesterday. Has this little flippy part here, just like yesterday. Oh, and it has a green button, just like yesterday. Always push the green button.
Good morning yet again, Mr. Smoky Goodness Guy.
Morning? Morning?
Well, again, you're late. I am sure that by now you have also acquired the recipe from within this Espionage top secret envelope.
Yeah, I got it, man. I got it.
Chef Kory has thrown you a curveball,
Yeah.
Agent Smoky Goodness Guy. This is a vegan recipe.
Hey, wait a minute. Vegan?
That's right.
A vegan recipe? You want me to do a vegan recipe? Not happening. Nope, 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 nope. Bison to the rescue. Sorry, that's the way it's gotta be. Bison or nothing.
Well, if you insist, it's your show. This particular cheap old device used for two-way communication
we know.
will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Huh? What? Huh? Oh, no, you don't. Oh,
Good-
no, you
what
don't.
What are you doing? What? Hey, hey!
There ain't gonna be any more explosions around here. It took me 2 hours to clean up a couple of days ago. So, thank you, Chef Kory. It was great meeting you and Jen yesterday, or by the time this video posts, the other day. So this is a recipe for eggplant pomodoro pasta. Did I pronounce that right? Pomodoro? Pomodoro. Isn't pomodoro a tomato-based sauce? I think it is. How fortunate. It's perfect because we have some fresh veggies right straight from the garden of Chef Kory and Jen. We've got tomatoes, we've got an eggplant, we've got some peppers, good stuff. So all the veggies going in, most of the veggies going in will be from their garden. Works out pretty well. So yeah, and like I mentioned before, maybe I haven't, I know this is a vegan dish. There will be bison in this, guaranteed. Nebraska Bison to the rescue. Let's get going. Everything begins with 2 single flames in chimneys. First off, for the cooler fire, the fire I want to adjust, you know, to lower temperatures, we've got good old Kingsford Blue. And because I need a really screaming hot fire for part of this recipe, Jealous Devil. A couple of things I did not mention during the 2 videos I reviewed the Jealous Devil charcoal with. Number 1, this stuff burns really hot, so that'll be perfect for part of this recipe. The other thing is, I mentioned it, but I didn't include it in the video because I was tripping over my tongue, just like I'm doing today, is that it burns clean. Jealous Devil is a really clean burning charcoal. There's hardly any smoke. You could bake a cake with this out in the grill, man. Anyway, let's get going. All right, here we go. 2 chimneys. Kingsford on the left, on your left. Jealous Devil on your right. Oh, and memo to U.S. Postal Service and the Lincoln Journal Fly Swatter. Would you guys please stop sending us advertisements on that plasticky kind of paper? Can't light a fire with that. That's the only thing the newspaper is good for, lighting fires. And I love to light fires on a windy day. All right, burn, Kingsford. Burn, Jealous Devil. We'll be back. Well, I guess I forgot to say the race is on. We're going to see which one of these 2 types of charcoal would light faster. About 20 minutes have passed. It looks like they're dead even. So anyway, coals are hot. Let's get them on the grill. The One Touch Silver, where the bulk of today's pick mission will occur. I'll spread everything out a little bit. Looks like I have some residual cheese too. Don't worry, when this gets hot, we'll get all that off of there. And our Jealous Devil coming along quite nicely. Let's get it in. Here we go. You may have noticed kind of a quirky arrangement here. The reason for this, I want it hot. I want it hot in the middle. I want it hot on one side. It's kind of a 1.5 zone cooking. Again, kind of spread this out a little bit. I'll be cooking the pasta sort of right here in the middle, and I'll be cooking the bison over here on the side. So we do want kind of a cooler zone around here, but I tell you what, this fire is going to be screaming hot. It's going to be raging. So, fire management. It's sort of what I do out here. Rusty grill grate, do not worry about the rust. I'll take care of that in a moment. While the grills are coming up to the desired temperature that I seek, we'll start preparing everything else. Normally, I would say ingredients will be announced as they come into play, but we've got a lot of ingredients here today, and sometimes I forget to announce them. So we're going to take the tour. I haven't done that in a long time. I also haven't said in a long time, taking a look at the stars of our show. Shut up, motorcycle. We've got a fresh eggplant right from the garden of Kory and Jen, as well as a few tomatoes. The recipe calls for 4 plum tomatoes. I decided to go a little bit more with a variety. It looks like a variety. I'm no gardener, but I know I've got a couple of plum tomatoes down there, but I've got some regular tomatoes there too. To your left, we've got some extra virgin olive oil, and to your right, and in lieu of 2 cloves of garlic that the original recipe calls for. Who needs garlic cloves when you've got Sank stir-fry oil? No one, that's who. This is about 12 ounces of pasta. You can use any kind of pasta for this. I'm using penne pasta. We'll get that going pretty soon. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup of pitted olives. These olives are pitted, but they're stuffed with pimentos. And I'm leaving the pimentos in because we love them. And once I slice these up, that'll be closer to 1/2 cup there. Looks like a lot more right now, but don't worry, trust me on this. Over here we have 4 tablespoons of capers. I know you can't really see that very well, but over here, that is 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Okay, there are a couple of other ingredients that I did not bring out because of their powdery nature, and the wind is blowing out here. This is 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt. This is pink Himalayan salt, our preferred salt. And here we have 1/2 teaspoon fresh cracked pepper. Finally, here we go. You wouldn't believe what goes on behind the scenes here. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to quarter up these olives to a manageable size for eating. Won't take but a moment, or 2, or 7. Like I said, I am leaving the pimentos intact. They might not stay inside, but they'll be part of the whole deal here. I'll set that aside. Time to cut up the eggplant, man. Woohoo! Stop blowing wind. I'm telling you, we don't want wind out here. All right, Kory has Chop-O-Matic. I have this thing. Remember it? This makes life a whole lot easier. Boom. All right. Perfect. Look at that. Just filled to the brim. And we're also going to cut up our tomatoes. Kind of winging this, playing it by ear, but I'd say my spider senses are telling me, would that be my cougar senses, they're telling me it's a good time to get the pasta water up to a boil, so we'll do that now. Always salt your pasta water. You knew that, right? And at this point, this is the part of our picks mission where things get really easy. Cast iron. And if you're using regular garlic, you would wait, not add it just yet. Just adding the sangs now because it's sangs and it can handle it, you know. The original recipe does call for a bit of extra virgin olive oil, so who am I to mess with tradition? We'll just add a little bit there. Oh yeah, smells pretty good. All right, let's get this eggplant into the mix. Soften it up. Get it going. Hey, Mr. Smoky Goodness Guy, are you going to have enough room in that little pan for everything? Don't worry. Where there's a will, there's a way. And there's also jumping, escaping morsels of goodness here. All right, I'm going to let this go. I'm probably going to stir it occasionally. And we'll let this come up to temperature or whatever, soften up. It'll be about 5 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, no offense intended, but it's time to separate the men from the boys. Bison. It's got to go in. It's got to happen. We're just going to just make some patties, some bison burger patties. Not a big deal. They don't have to be pretty. They're probably going to get kind of mixed in with everything later, so reason I'm making burger patties is because I want that char. After all, this is smoky goodness. After all, we are using a grill, so we want char. This is, by the way, the newest chef knife that Pit Barrel Cooker sent to me, and just about everybody else. I think every one of their customers got one. It's about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's the second time they've sent a nice knife. They're always sending stuff. I will be breaking out the Pit Barrel Cooker very soon. I kind of feel guilty about not using it lately, but don't worry about that. It will come into play shortly. All right, let's get these on, get them charred. We are just gonna cook them right alongside our pasta water. Space management mod. I guess because it's optional, I get to make the rules. So, and of course we'll cook these bison patties to about medium rare, same as always. That won't take long. They might be done before this water starts boiling. It's starting to boil, so everything's coming along perfectly. Be right back. Well, you know, sometimes with these longer videos, you screw up. Sometimes you just simply forget to hit the record button. As you can see, well, you can't see that 5 minutes has gone by, but it's been about 6 minutes now since I put the eggplant in the pan on the grill. And 5 minutes after that, I loaded everything else that I showed you before, except the capers. The tomatoes are in there, the salt and pepper, the olives, everything. The red wine, vinegar. Thought I forgot the capers. Well, that's when I realized I hadn't done that. Jeez. So, if you're following along in your book, remember, 5 minutes in, add everything else. Except for the pasta and the bison, which is optional also. The bison and the pasta still have to cook. I'm going to move this off a little bit because it is getting kind of toasty. Nice thing about 2-zone cooking, man. You can control everything. All right, we'll be back. All right, did I remember to hit the record button?
Yep.
Good. All right, water's starting to boil. Pasta's going in. How simple was that, huh? And our bison's coming along nicely. Okay, a few minutes have passed. As you can see, I've made an executive decision. I moved the boiling pot of pasta water over to the Weber One Touch Silver because that's almost ready, and that fire's a little bit cooler. Meanwhile, the bison is seared. I'm going to get the patties off the coals right now. And like I said before, they don't have to look pretty, they just have to taste good. They are going to get crumbled up like that one. That one's not pretty. It doesn't matter as long as we don't lose anything. Oh well. All right. For all intents and purposes, we're done. Just got a couple more minutes to go. We'll drain the pasta and assemble everything inside the house, so we'll meet you inside. Okay, we're ready to go. One bowl for the finished product with bison, the other bowl for the finished product without bison. We're just going to stick our bison in here right now. Don't worry, my hands are impeccably clean. I just washed them. And we're going to bust up the bison. We're going to do this in 2 stages. Half of the mixture is going in here with the bison. You know whose half that is. And half of it is not. how does it taste there, Mr. Chef Kory? Let's find out. The flavors are layered. First thing I taste are the olives and the capers. And then the tomatoes, the pasta, the bison, everything is just, it works. Perfect. Scale of 1 to 10, 11 bison. It's a suggestion. If you do try this, try it with bison. Ground beef, yeah, you could probably do that. Kind of greasy. Bison works really well in this. All right, we're gonna go. Kory, Jen, it was great meeting you guys yesterday when we recorded this. It was yesterday, and hope we can do this again sometime. And let's see what you've got. I can remember the name of this dish. Right here. All right, that's it. See you next time. Cheers.